Hi, I'm Tanya. Welcome back to the Daily Anchor, where we take a minute to read a card or two, talk about the wisdom of the cards, and then end it off with a reminder of ways to help regulate your nervous system, help you stay calm and grounded during this whole crazy world we're living in right now, and give you tools or to remind you of tools that can help build your resilience and kind of ease your mind. All right, so what do we have? All right, one card today. What thought would you like to leave with us cards? Let's see. Okay, take the top card. All right, the Queen of Swords. And I don't know how well you can see that, but the Queen of Swords is a card of setting boundaries, and not just boundaries, but internal boundaries. Like, this is what I will allow into my world. And not just that, but also truth, right? Of logic. Like, the Queen of Swords, will tell it like it is. She may be nurturing to an extent, but she is the friend that will tell you what you actually need to know and not just make you feel better, right? And there is a certain freedom in truth. No, there is definitely a freedom in truth, not just a certain. But looking at the imagery, one thing that I'd like to point out, if you look at the bottom of her throne here, right down there, and there's a butterfly there. And a butterfly is transformation. So keep in mind, as you are learning and discovering truth, that it is about transformation. Transforming what was built on possibly a lie and transforming it into solid strength built on truth. All right, so today I'm going to teach you a skill that I mentioned in the weekly reading. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it. It's good all week long. It's for the 8th through the 14th. But I would like to teach you something called havening. And havening is the most important and helpful technique that I learned in therapy, dealing with trauma. And you don't have to have PTSD or some crazy traumatic thing to have happened to need it. It can help you during moments of high anxiety, high stress. If you find yourself worrying over and over about the same thing, or you just got that pit in your stomach feeling about something, this will help ground you. It will help kind of rewire your neural pathways. That's how my therapist explained it to me. It helps rewire your neural pathways so that way that particular event, that particular feeling can't just completely overwhelm you. So the first, it's three parts. First, you cross your arms like you're going to hug yourself, and you move your arms, or move your hands rather, down your arms. And as you do this, you can either say it out loud or to yourself, right? Say it out loud or to yourself what you are upset about. It might be, and I have even used it in times when I was just kind of having generalized anxiety and I couldn't quite point my finger on it. So if that is you, just talk about how you're feeling. Talk about how upset you're feeling, that you're feeling that way. Whatever it might be, just allow yourself kind of to firmly, you don't want to just barely rub your hands down. You want to get that palm of your hand going down your arm like that. So you do that for, like, I don't know, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, 1 or 2 minutes, right? Take a deep breath. and then move on to the second part, which is a lot like EMDR. So this, you're 10 times, you'll look left and right without moving your head. Just 10 times. Okay, and we're going to repeat this, so don't feel like, don't stress out about not being able to remember this. We're going to repeat this. And then you hold your hands together kind of like in a prayer, like this, and rub it up and down like that. So in a way, it's like you're cold and you're warming yourself up. Okay, so think about that. Cold, warming up. And as you do this, I want you to close your eyes and imagine something you absolutely enjoy doing physically. It could be painting, it could be baking, it could be walking down the beach, feeling the sand in between your toes and the waves lapping over your feet. It could be water skiing. I mean, it literally could be anything that you enjoy. That's the key. You enjoy, and you're doing it alone. So it's a state in your mind, you're just alone enjoying that thing. And you just, for as long as it feels good, in another minute or two. And that's the 3 parts. And you would repeat that for as long as you need. I find that most times 3 to 4 times is good, right? But as you go back to the start and you're doing this kind of like hug again, if you will, continue to verbalize or mentally think. And what you will naturally find happening is your brain will start resourcing, and it'll start reminding you. I know it's an awkward way of putting it. The brain will remind you of the skills, of the truth of the matter, if you will. So it might be, if we'll just go with general anxiety. So I am feeling very anxious right now, and I hate feeling anxiety, and it's upsetting to me, and but then as your brain begins to resource, you start having other thoughts. But I know I have the skills. I know that I'm okay. I know in this very moment I'm safe. Just whatever you naturally feel. For a minute or two, take a breath, and then do the eye movement 10 times, left and right without moving your head, and then back to the hands, prayer hands as I like to call them. And imagine yourself doing that thing you like again. Don't think about what's bothering you. Imagine yourself doing what you like again. And then just repeat that. The hug, the eye movement, and the prayer hands with imagining yourself. I like to imagine myself baking or painting or walking on the beach. That's one of my favorite ones. And over time, your brain, in a way, combines that powerful feeling you get when you're doing things you enjoy that are tactile, right? And it helps rewire that part of your brain that's just highly signaled for stress or anxiety or whatever it is. And it can help ground you. And over time, if you do that as often as you need, over time you will find that especially if it's a particular situation or person, that your brain no longer has that immediate panic and freak out, right? You've built the resilience inside yourself to be calm and to go throughout your day without that, whatever it is, controlling you. I will put some instructions in the description so you can go look back at it and refer to it, but I hope this helped you, and I hope you have a great day.